It is time for personal finance. As you go to the gym or you take morning runs or evening runs, whatever it is that you do, sit-ups in your room, jumping jacks, that is to stay physically fit. But are you financially fit? That is the question that Mr. Charles is asking you this morning. Hi, Mr. Charles. Good morning.
Good morning, Uche. Good morning, Joshua.
Financial fitness.
Yes. You see, we keep making this mistake, you know. They tell us a lot about your physical fitness. Like you have said, you do a lot of exercise in the morning. That's your physical health. Even mental health. But when you go to the hospital, the doctor will ask the nurse to do what they call vital sign. They say check your blood pressure, check your temperature, check sugar level, and so many other tests. They say the numbers, even your body mass index. And they'll say, oh, I'm healthy and healthy. But they never ask themselves, am I financially fit? And when we talk about financial gym, what are the things we need to look at to know that we are financially fit? But first of all, financial fitness is just simply you go about at living your life. Money is not a problem. Money is not a constraint. Why is financial fitness very important? It is important because once you are financially fit, it allows you to go about achieving the goals you have set for yourself. Whether financial goals, relationship goals, career goals, because you know within you, finances is not a problem. But there are some, you need to know, you are not regularly worried about your finances. That's one. Then you're not afraid that if there's an emergency, it's going to damage you financially. And you just feel this confidence that you are in control of your life. It is your finances. You know? So anything you want to do, you can do it in terms of finances. Then people like us looking at you, and when you come to us for discussions, we'll now ask you certain questions. The answer we get, we'll know that yes, this person is financially fit. I might say, do you know your present net worth? The person will tell me, yes, of course, I know my present net worth. Are you satisfied with it? They will say, yes, they are satisfied with it. Are you aware of the simple ways to increase it? They will tell me, yes, they know what to do to increase their net worth. Have you planned for your children's higher school education? They tell me, yes. Do you own a house? They tell me, yes. You know, do you avoid major credit purchases? They tell me, yes. You know, but they say, except for business, they can take credit to run businesses. You know, and you know, ask them, have you written a will? They tell you, oh, that is taking care of, they've written their wills already, or they already have a trust where all their properties have been transferred to that trust. So that is, you don't have any worries. You know that when the good Lord calls you, your assets will be distributed the way you want it done. So all the answers they give to these questions, I will now, at the end of the day, I will say yes.
So that's like taking the financial vitals.
Exactly, that's the financial vital. But there are basic benchmark indicators. Just like if you want to know whether a company is doing well financially, there are basic benchmark indicators that you look at. But for personal finance, the first thing we look at is your savings rate. How much do you save? What percentage of your income do you save on a monthly basis? We are recommended 10 to 20%. So if I ask you and you say you are saving 5%, then I know that you're not financially fit. Financially fit individuals save at least 10% of their income on a monthly basis. Another indicator we use again is what we call the monthly expense saved. That is, imagine if they stop paying you when you are working. Have you been able to save 6 months of your normal living expenses? If you have that in your emergency account, we'll say yes, you are financially fit. Another indicator again, well, it's just new in Nigeria, your credit score. your credit score of 750 points is a sure banker that most lenders will want to lend you money because of that credit score. We already have a credit bureau in the country today. They have started work. So all of us would even know our credit score. But if you want to take certain loan, maybe mortgage, they check all that. And
what is this credit score?
Yes, your credit score, that is, it's a tool used by bankers or lenders to know whether this person is fit.
Creditworthy.
Is creditworthy, is fit to take this loan, and we know that it's going to pay back. You know, it's a topic on its own. That's also another indicator. Then they also use your debit to income ratio. And that's a problem with Nigeria. You know, debt to income ratio. You know, our debt, looking at our income.
Is it a national debt or an individual's debt?
I'm talking of, Nigeria is also like an individual. So if I want to use this criteria now, your debt to income ratio, Nigeria, if I'm a lender, I will not give Nigeria any money. Your debt to income ratio, you are not expected to spend more than 35% of your gross income to pay for debt. But Nigeria today, we're not even paying debt. We are just servicing, using almost 90%. So you can see we are way, way out of the way. Another indicator that's being used again is your credit utilization. You don't expect that if you have maybe an overdraft in the bank, as a lender, as a banker, if I look at your record and I see that the credit we have given you, you are using everything, then I will know that this person is not financially fit. It's better to use 35% or less of the credit available to you. And it is very key, because if you now ask for more credit, lenders will give you. Okay, so these are just basic indicators that are used to know whether an individual is financially fit or not. Financial fitness is very good, because if you're financially fit, it affects other aspects of your life. Your marital life, your relationship life, your personal career, you know, even your spirituality with the Almighty, because you know that you are, just like somebody who is healthy, you will really see that this person is healthy. So my appeal today is for all of us. We can all become financially fit. But again, it's not something you can do overnight. You take time, and all those ratios, I'm going to mention them again, all those indicators. The first one I mentioned before is your savings rate. The rich person in Babylon recommends you save at least 10%. That's for you to keep. Not the one you say, okay, I'm going to give myself a treat. You go to any of the mall. No. Not the one you pay to your hairdresser. No. Not the one you pay to somebody who brings things to you in your house. No. That 10% is for you to keep.
But rainy days. Yes,
that is what you keep for yourself. Because you don't need to spend all your income. That's the savings rate. We have said 10 to 20%. If you can do 10%, that is fine. The next indicator I've also mentioned is your monthly expense saved. Do you have up to 6 months of your normal living expenses in a bank account? Another one I failed to mention is your investment account. Yeah, that is key. You must have a retirement account. You must also have an investment account. They are two different things. Your retirement account, fine, you can have it with your pension, your firm, where they put money there. While your investment account is your investment, because your money cannot grow without investing it. So when, as a personal finance expert, these are the indicators I look for an individual, and I can say this individual is financially fit. But when we run programs,
as beautiful as these things may be,
yes,
the condition of an average earner, can it allow an individual to save 20% or 10% of salary and still save 20% and still save about 6 months of his earnings?
Okay.
Should he lose his job from that same wage? Is it possible?
It's possible. It differs from individual
that's a conversation for another day anyway.
So it gets to, for me, I feel like it gets to a point of being intentional. and discipline. But of course, like Josh said, it's conversation for another day.
They might target to be a
next,
stingy person.
and by the time we have another conversation, Mr. Charles, I would want to hear about the credit score and the guys that are in charge of it. I also want to know how to know your net worth as an individual.
Okay.
But these are conversations I hope we can have by
of course,
Wednesday
exactly.
when we have you
Asset
again.
minus your liability, isn't it?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for coming. Very, very interesting segment we just had. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's a bright Monday, and I'm sure very soon, renewed hope. Our president is...
you still happy on renewed hope?
Yes, our president is now the current chairman of ECOWAS. So that's a lot of responsibility for Nigerians. So that means there is hope.
Interesting.
Okay. Let's hope that the hope comes to us.
Interesting.